Hello, everyone, and welcome to Team Ningen Gaming. Today we have with us Matias, the creator of Project Summit. We're going to get to know him a fair bit. Say hello, Matias.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
You can see how poppin' our chat is. Not at all. That's okay. It'll get there. So, Matias, tell us about yourself.
Right now, I'm 22 years old. I live in Mexico, so if my English is not very good, it's because of that, because it's not my native language. Since very little, I like games, and interesting thing about that is that when I was in school, I used to entertain myself doing like tiny point and click adventures, but it was like I draw it in paper, and I like that in one side of the page I draw like puzzles or stuff like that, and in the other side were like the answers, and it was like, it was like me trying to have fun with myself, and I used to show them to my partners in school, to my classmates, and we played together and stuff like that. And then at high school, I got interested in programming, and I took like a class like how to code, but it was like very simple stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Then in a
You got somebody saying hi to you on the chat.
hello. Hi everyone.
Hey, you showed me your notebook before the stream started. Feel free to show that on the camera.
Yeah, I'm looking for the page because it's like, I mean, this notebook, it's like when I was in sixth grade. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it has a lot of drawings and stuff. I mean, look at this. There are so much, like I even did like my own monster creations or stuff like that.
Nice.
There's a lot of there's even like a baseball game,
Holy cow.
And then you were like, to play, you close your eyes and you point at a space. So if I point like this, then you turn the page, and it was like the number of points you get. I mean, it's very 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 weird in a way, but it was fun. I mean, I was going to say I had nothing to do at school, but actually I had something to do. I mean,
right.
I needed to be studying.
Right.
And
I mean, like just looking at that notebook, man, you put a lot more effort into that notebook there than I see most people put into things at schools. You know, most kids, they're just chilling out, ignoring things. Look at all that.
Look at this maze. I mean, it's kind of, I don't remember how to solve this actually, but it was my form to have fun, like little cards. I mean, like my little monsters with powers and attack, defense, and stuff like that.
Yeah, reminds me of you mentioned Pokemon before. It looks like a little inspiration there.
Yeah. And then, I mean, this is like I think I must have an older notebook than this, but this is the last I think, but I don't have an older notebook than this one, right? But I have like 2 or 3 drawers full of notebooks. And this is just like the first one, because I think that's really so old and
right.
and that, right? But I have a lot of notebooks because I was paying attention, but I was like drawing in my second notebook to have fun a little bit.
Yeah.
And at high school, when I was taking my basic coding classes, I was like, a teacher told us to make a game, and some some people make like snake and ladders or stuff or similar stuff. But I think to myself, what if I make a video game? So I made like a little Pokemon game with instead of random monsters appearing, it was like, oh, a well question has appeared, and you must choose like the set of options. Like if it were a Pokemon attacks, but it was like option A, I don't know, the verb or something like that. I don't know the subject of the. I don't remember the questions right, but that was like my first game, and the other games that I made were all for like school projects or stuff that I was like, teacher, can I make a game for this? And the teacher was, yes. And but at the end it was kind of fun, you know, to translate my paper games in a way to, well, I would say physical, but they're not actually physical, you know. But it's kind of different to play a video game than a paper game.
It's more interactive. It responds to you.
yeah, because it's different to, you know, to push a button, something happens, that to do this on the paper, and then you you check if you were right or not. So
right.
Until, well, now that I made Project Summit, which is my first ever release game on any other platform, you know, to the public, you know.
Right. Cool. Nice. So, I mean, what inspired you to, like, I mean, clearly you've loved the idea of playing games or creating games since an early age. So I think we've already covered whether or not you had some kind of inspiration, what drew you toward, you know, creating games. It seems like you enjoyed having fun. You enjoyed creating a fun experience for others, right? And you enjoyed the creative aspect of it. That's pretty neat. So tell me, who's been the most inspirational figure in your life? Let's kind of move toward the people side of things.
That's an interesting question, and honestly, I don't think that I can choose one, like, oh, this one, but I have like a range, or some people, you know, not exactly one, but some people are like, you know, I mean, I'm gonna say some names, but they are well, actually, I think it's like a wide range of YouTubers related to computer side stuff, like Sean Spaulding. He's a programmer of Game Maker Studio 2, or Pixelated Pope, or Heartbeast. I like them like a lot. How they show stuff, and also, I mean, in the Spanish side, because, well, talking two languages, I can watch both both material, you know. And one of them is called Alba Mayo, another one is Adderley Cespedes, and a third one would be Ginchu. I mean, they are Spanish related content, so I don't know if you watch them, but right. they're there. I think, I mean, I don't know if I want to be like them, you know. I like their content and stuff, but what I like is that they well, they like what they do, you know. And well, currently I'm not working, you know. But like my dream job would be like to work making video games, you know, to live in a way that I like. So I think that's the most I don't know if it's inspiring, but, well, maybe yes, you know, but maybe that's the right word, you know. But well, yeah. I don't know what else to add.
Right. That's good. It's good stuff. You know, and you know, I view anybody that's inspiring, like, let's say for me in particular, that I usually aspire to be more like them in certain aspects. I want to take on their good qualities and, you know, use those good qualities to make me a better person, or seeing somebody that is inspiring, right? Typically it's like, wow, if they can do it, I know I can do it. I can do it too.
Yeah.
It's not,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. I usually bring up whenever I talk to people who are having a hard time. You're not having a hard time. You're actually pursuing it and you're actually working at it really hard, which is really cool. But I've spoken to a few people. There's an artist named Laura Zombie, and she ended up like moving from Germany over to the UK, I believe England specifically. Yeah, she wanted to live in London. Crazy girl, absolutely just loved the idea of living in London. So she moved there, didn't have a nickel to her name, you know. So she ended up living on the streets for a while, but she kept on painting. Nobody knew she existed. She worked at several restaurants and stuff, and she just kept on painting. She got turned away from several places that she really wanted to work with them, and she just kept on doing it. And like she ended up getting this huge cult following, and right now she's blown up on the internet. She's got her own YouTube channel and everything. It's really inspiring to see that, you know, nothing's going to get you down. You know that every single day you put effort into it, and you do your absolute best, and you keep on trying, and you can get there, right? If you do what you believe, right?
Yeah. I'm totally agree with that. You know, you must. I don't know. You told that story, and that reminds me of Pursuit of Happiness. You know, the movie with Will Smith, something like that. You know, it's hard, you know, but it's possible. Yeah.
It absolutely is. Yeah, definitely. Good stuff. So what was the first video game that you ever played? Tell me about first one that you ever fell in love with. Something that you really loved playing.
Little Big Planet on
Little
the
Big
PSP.
Planet.
Yeah,
Nice.
I love that game. That's the first game that I ever finished because, well, I don't know. I don't remember my age. You know, when I was playing that, it was like 2009 or something like that. But because before that, well, I played like Scooby-Doo or something like that on the Game Boy, but I didn't really understand what's happening. I think I was too little to know. And when I played Little Big Planet, I liked it a lot because you can do like, I think in a way it's like Minecraft because you can be creative, but with the tools that they provide you. And I don't know if you have ever played Little Big Planet, but it's a really nice game.
Yeah, I've played a little bit. Yeah. That's actually why my eyes brightened up when you said that. I'm like, oh yeah, very much like seems like you know, that creative side and the, you know, the stickers and all the other stuff. It seems like that would be something that you'd be drawn to. That's cool. It's cool. Do you think that you take any of that inspiration from like when you first played that game into how you have been making games now? Or more of the inspirational side is just kind of gets you.
Well, I think it's more like not exactly to the game, but more to be like trying to do cool stuff, or see the good side of stuff. You know, not exactly in programming or the game, but I think that game showed me like. Yeah, to have fun in life. I don't know. You know, so I remember when I played that game, and I don't remember me being sad or anything. I remember playing that game like, oh yeah, I'm playing, like spending a really good time with it. And actually, they got an interesting phrase, like talking about ideas at the start of the game, and I know that speech, like it gets stuck on my head, and and I remember it to this day. I mean, I remember it in Spanish because I played in Spanish, but it's the concept of the ideas that you can think of your head and to express themselves in any way, maybe in a notebook or a video game. Or I mean, when I was little, I like clay, and I mean, look what it's like right on the side.
A little Easter Island
Yeah,
head.
but it's little. It's like
Right.
this is clay, and I like to do that kind of stuff. So I think that game inspired me in a way, not to make games, but more like to my life. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Kind of motivated you to have more fun with things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Nice. That's really awesome. So, how did the idea of this game in particular come about? Because like I know you've made all kinds of other stuff, mostly stuff for school projects, which I think is crazy in general. Like, wow, you actually made a game for a school project. Man, it's a lot of work. But this isn't related to any school project or anything. This is just something you wanted to create and you wanted to put out there. So how did this come about? Like, just the thought of Project Summit.
Yeah, actually, I started coding it like I could say like a year ago, like January 2020. I was like, no, I'm bad. No, yeah, January 2020. I mean, I got confused, but yeah, like a year ago, I started. I think like I want to make a game, obviously that I'd like to play, because if no, it would not be fun for me. And I like climbing mountains. It was I mean, like every month or two, I get to the surrounding mountains in my I would say country, but it's a country, is a state. Yeah, I think it's state. They're like the nearest one is like an hour from my house. So I gather a group of friends and we go to the top of the mountain. Yeah, to hiking or trekking, I think it's called. And and I saw a board game, because I like playing board games. And there is one. Well, the theme of the game is to get to the top of the mountain and get back. And I think those two things like inspire me in a way. Like, okay, I want to make a game, something that I like, and I like mountains. So why not make a game about climbing a mountain? And I think of many things of trying to make it like fun to play. And at first it was going to be like top down, but like in a 45 degree camera, something like that. So that there's a mountain, you are there, but you look at the character from this perspective. It looked very weird. It looked awful. But I started with that, and then I was like perfection, and I thought like 6 months into the coding. Well, I started coding while I was still at school, so I didn't have too much time. I mean, it was like, I don't know, an hour every 2 days, something like that. So it was very, very little time that I spent on it until I finished school, which was when I was like, maybe I could make it a platform game. Actually, it makes more logic to climb a mountain upwards than on a top-down view. It was like the revelation. It was like, oh wow. And I make it like a platform game. It was kind of hard because I've never played something platform. All the other stuff that I made for school and stuff were like top-down games, or I don't know, or something like Galaga, like the ships. But all that doesn't have gravity or jumps or stuff like that. So it was like kind of a new challenge or something.
Absolutely. Yeah, anytime that you have to deal with physics in a game, it's a challenge. Because even if you like work with like any kind of engine that has like physics built into it, it's not good stuff. It needs a lot of work. I get you.
Yeah, it was like, well, it was challenging, but at the end, I think it was a the right choice, because that opens like a world of new possibilities. For example, if you're playing multiplayer, it's local multiplayer, and you can throw the TNT at the other players, and well, that's kind of fun because, well, you don't kill them, but if you throw them, the floor beneath them will explode, so they fall. Right. And it's kind of well, I don't know how to express this, but it's kind of fun, you know, because you're the players are continually trying to get to the top of the mountain, and like but as well making or trying the other players to fail so they can win, and it's like a certain challenge. Well, that's one of the reasons that I think that making the game a platformer was the right choice, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that it actually had local co-op. That's pretty cool. So you can actually hang out and play with friends. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And force each other to lose.
yeah.
That's neat. That's really cool, dude. Did you ever think about making it was it like online, or no? Was that just going way too overboard for you?
I think of it actually. Well, I have some people that told me that why don't you make it just online? But it's more hard. You know?
It's much harder.
And I actually never made something online. So I mean, I made some simple stuff like on my own local network.
Yeah.
But nothing like, oh, I'm here at Mexico and you are there in your home, and I don't know how to connect those computers.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
I don't know. So, and I think that the style of the game, for what it is, I don't think it's very suitable. Well, maybe you can't, but with especially this game, I think I see myself playing more local with friends than on online multiplayer, because well, I mean, a round of play is like 30 seconds or less, like when the counter is like 3, 2, 1, go, and then you climb and it's over.
Yeah.
It's like 30 seconds, and so like if blue player wins, then the red player is like, you win, I will win you next time, and you start playing again. So it's like those little frenetic like interactions, and for that I think it's better to experience that in
person.
Well, yeah. So I don't think for example it will ever be multiplayer. Maybe another future game will be, I don't know.
Yeah, it's it's such a big endeavor starting trying to do something online. Like, and I feel like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, let's just do it. It should be easy, and then they had no idea how difficult it would be. So it ends up like taking a whole bunch of time and energy, and then it just becomes very, very difficult. And then they're not sure if it's gonna, work out at all. Right. So just the fact that you have something that's like local co-op and it works really, or well, not co-op, but multiplayer, that works really well. And you got that, and this is a larger project that you're working on. You want to make sure that it plays the way it's supposed to play.
Yeah.
I can see wanting to try something with something that's like a smaller project, just to get your hands, in there and learn how to do it first, and then make this next step. Yeah,
first start little.
Yeah, I think a lot of people they take too many big jumps, not realizing how difficult it can be. Too funny. So this is a smart move. Smart move. So did you want to actually try out the streaming the game from your location? See how that works out?
Let's check.
Yeah, sure. Let me make sure that you have the ability to share your screen. Let's see. This can share sometimes. Sharing options. All participants. There we go. Who can start sharing when? Okay. There we go. That should work. You should be able to share your screen now.
Perfect. Just let me open the game.
Yeah, let me. I'm gonna close mine. I had the game open for some background music.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
in the video, I think.
Like, yeah. So the people online can actually hear the do 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 do, kind of in the background.
Kind of like a lobby music.
Yeah. It was as low as you could get it. So, but it was just something.
Oh, well, I actually didn't make music. I only do the coding stuff of the game.
Yeah.
For the music, I got help from a friend of mine.
Nice.
And well, yeah. I mean, I didn't make music, so I can take credit for that.
No, that's all right. Yeah. Tell me about that. Tell me about your friend.
He's I met him. Well, actually, I don't remember exactly how I met him because we were like too little.
Right.
But did you see the game? Or
yeah, I see it.
No? Okay. And we met when we were very little, and we had. Well, yeah, we're friends, and then I told him that I'm making a game, and then he showed me some music that he's not a composer or musician or anything. He just, I like that. I like the music that he made, like testing in his computer. I liked it, and this is in Spanish, right?
That's okay.
Let me.
I don't know if I can even hear the music from your computer or not. I don't know if...
It's a good question.
No, it's not going to work. I don't think there's actually a...
It's interesting because we're talking about music and I don't hear the music too.
Oh, either. You don't hear anything coming out. Okay.
So, kinda weird. Okay, let me. I want to hear the music, so
yeah.
I will close it and open it again.
Sure.
Might
have found a small bug. You'll have to fix it later.
You know what? Cool. It's. I think that I know the reason because I opened like my own local version of the game. I will just open the Steam version, and that certainly will work better.
Sure.
And I asked him, can you make the music? Yeah, I will pay you. Perfect.
Nice. And you got that friend discount, right? Discount because you're friends. Easy, not so much. Okay. I actually have a friend that's it's funny. I have a friend. Man, today I buy the game and it was very fun. It have a great potential. I'm waiting for updates. Hi though. Somebody named Christopher Barara. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I can't see this correctly. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I'm sorry. My chat is like squished, and I can't read the whole name.
Oh, okay. I understand why I can't hear my game. It was because the sound was actually running, but this headset is Bluetooth, so the source coming from the game was going to other
okay. Gotcha.
other stuff.
Right. That would make sense.
Now I hear the game.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. I think it was like, what did I do? Why my game doesn't sound? I mean, it's like it was very. Let me open it again. Just
Sure. Feel free.
yeah.
Christopher, thanks for stopping in and saying hi.
It always, it. I don't know. It always happens. I mean, well, Zoom actually also have. Well, it happened to me when we start. When we start
The audio
the
issue.
video. Yeah, you remember? I can't hear you until I change this the audio source.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's always gonna be small things here and there that don't work out well. Like I would need to actually hire somebody to take care of things on the stream, and I'm not doing that. I always make mistakes, and I'm just like, you know what? It's okay. We'll all be fine. You're gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna make mistakes. That's life.
Okay. Maybe now you can hear the game. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. No, it was all my problem. Just I didn't think about it until I was like, the sound is not coming from where it's supposed to. So it's not the game. It's like my own PC configuration.
Right. No worries. Yeah. So you coded all of it, right? Like the menus as well and everything?
Yeah.
Resolution changes, all of that?
Exactly. I did all of the programming. A friend of mine, actually, well, he, Andrew FW, made the music, and Unreal Boy made the art.
Oh, cool.
Of the game. I did only the coding.
Okay.
Both of them received their monetary compensations for their work, which I think I liked it a lot. I mean, I'm not quite an artist in term. Well, I show you my notebook, but they're like kind of weird drawings.
Right.
But in digital drawings, I'm no good. I'm very, very bad. And the art that used the previous art, which obviously is not in the game anymore, it looked very, very bad. But curiously enough, it was good enough to make, like, well, maybe you saw in the credits, I was in a Kickstarter campaign by all these people. And I think Christopher, the one who commented before, I think is this one, but I'm not really sure. Maybe yes.
Oh, nice. Cool.
I started, but then got sufficient financial support to let me pay to enhance the bird.
Right.
Yeah, and I really like how it looks right now.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. I like it too. I saw a little bit of it on. Oh, nice! You have different characters too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right. Local co-op. You got to have different characters if you're gonna have local co-op.
Yeah.
Nice. So like, do you have several different levels open and available? Yeah. See, like I wouldn't have this if I was showing off the game. So it's a good thing you could show it off.
I will connect my controller because I think, well, you can play with keyboard, but it's better with a controller. You can, well, I think it depends if you're used to use a controller. So I think it depends, but you can play with both. Right. In keyboard, you can play with double WSAD or the keys. So you can get 2 players on keyboard, but if you connect controllers, you can get up to 8.
Nice.
So
8 players, really? You actually made it possible for 8 players at a time?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's too cool.
I will show you like the solo mode first, and well, there are a lot of characters. There are 10 characters. The four of them are like the first one that I've made. I will show you like this because this is how they look in game.
Right.
All of them except for the green, pink, purple, and red. Those are like the original characters, you could say, and the other 6, there were like a prize for a certain pledge level, I think it's called, in Kickstarter. So they get that that prize, a character in game. And they told me like, I want like my character to have, I don't know, this color, this type of shirt, and they got their character.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
The only thing, okay, I was going to confuse myself, but no. You only got 9 levels per biome. So right now there are only 2 biomes. It's taiga and the jungle.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that thing about the jungle on Steam. Something about the jungle update.
Yeah, because the jungle like was added. It's kind of easy to add new things because of the way I made the game.
Right.
But the hard thing of adding new things is like to think of those new things. I don't know if I'm explaining myself, because I think, for example, I'm thinking now to add a desert biome, but I'm struggling because I don't quite, I don't know how it's called. The ideas don't come to my mind to make it like more fun, you know? And
right.
Each okay, I start playing and I don't know. Yeah, I must turn down the music. It's yeah.
That's all right. No worries.
And each level, as I was said, it has 3 terrains, 3 dangers or hazards, and 3 sizes of the mountain. So the first 3 are like small, the other 3 medium, and the last 3 are like the larger mountains.
Right.
But in each level, you get to different stuff. For example, this one is like stone and goats.
Right.
And if you get too close to the goats, they knock you.
Right. If they're facing you, right? Or is it just if you're close enough?
They face you if you get look.
Ah, okay.
They turn when you get too close. Yeah.
Too slow.
Yeah,
man?
I was too slow. Yeah. Because in the solo mode you play like against the timer that's on the top, and it's the more levels you complete, the more stuff you will have in the arcade mode. So if I complete this level and I want to play arcade mode with my friends, I will get the things that I see on the game. So I will get stone mountains with goats.
Nice.
And for example, if I play the next level and I complete this level, I will get a new terrain, ice.
Right.
Which is kind of slippery.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, I was literally thinking, I'm like, yeah, kind of like how if you unlock something in any game, like whether it be a Mario game like a Mario Kart or Brawl or something like that, you unlock other characters or you unlock new stages and stuff. Gotcha. It gives you a reason to play both parts of the game.
Yeah, because if you want to play more stuff with your friends, well, you must first unlock them.
Yeah.
So it's not like the full game until you complete them.
Yeah.
And well, depending on the time that you spend on each level, well, you get 1, 2, or 3 flags, which is something like the star system on some racing games or stuff like that, but with flags.
Right. Yeah, like that's kind of neat. And it could also just be that you're not very good at it, and you want to unlock. Your friend's like, give it to me. I'll beat it. So it can still be fun with solo,
Yeah.
So that I can see that.
Yeah. And for example, I mean, for example, this one has snow, the stone, goats, and snowballs.
Right.
And if you get too close to snowballs, they get you trapped.
Mm-hmm.
And okay.
Ooh.
Oh no, I'm being too slow. Well,
But you made it.
not exactly, but
so if you hit the snowballs, you'll get trapped. Like it'll like encase you in snow, or
yeah. Like your foot gets stuck. I mean, let me try to get stuck on purpose. The goat saved me.
Right.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Like
so
that.
You just can't move anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Got it, for a bit.
Because you're trapped. Yeah. I mean,
Nice.
the obstacles are kind of easy to, well, not hit them. And well, the ice has its own obstacle, which is that some of them are broken and they fall. Yeah, I'm gonna lose. Yeah.
That's all right. I mean, you're showing off the game and the different things you can do. It looks like you got a goat on your head.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think that.
Nice
well,
hat.
actually, you cannot die, except if a block of ice hits you in the head. But it's kind of hard to get below a block of ice, except on multiplayer. If well, you're walking and somebody walks over a block of ice and it falls. That's like the only way for you to die. Or if you just jump over the border of the mountain, well, you will die. You know.
Yeah.
That's not.
That's not preferable. Yeah.
Yeah. But in the way the system like works is that it's like 9 by 9 chunks. I don't know what's like 81. 81 chunks. Each one with a set of 8 by 8 individual tiles. And I have like predefined sets of terrain. So the structures that you're playing, you can recognize them. For example, this one has 3. The one that I'm standing on, the middle part is like an 8 by 8 grid, and then on the right and left, other 8 by 8 combination of tile. Something like Spelunky. I don't know if you play that game, but it's like something similar.
Right.
The way the terrain generation works, and that in that way it's not fully random because they depend, but the tiles had certain values and they get replaced in code, and in that way, well, you only had to replace like little stuff to make other games. For example, this one is like the terrain generation system is exactly the same. Only the only thing that got replaced were the type of the type of enemies in these levels or the terrain or stuff. But I think the most kind of hard stuff to do was that algorithm of random generation to make it, well, actually fun. Because if it was the same mountain, it would not be, I think it would not be good fun enough, because it will be always the same. And if it's always different, well, you will always have like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to challenge face.
Right. You don't know what the challenge is going to be like, or you don't know how are you going to do it better next time if you don't have any idea what it's like at all. Right. Yeah. I get you, and that makes sense. You need that just enough similarity combined with that change to allow it to be still fun.
Yeah. For example, this diagonal chunk you can see repeated in all the other levels, but you don't know even if it's gonna appear or not until you play the game and see it for yourself. and all of the stuff, like for example, the bamboo here in the leaves, and the plants, and the gorillas. That I don't know if you watch a gorilla, but it was a gorilla.
Yeah.
They all appear at a random location.
Yeah.
You don't know. Maybe even your mountain doesn't have a gorilla, But if it has, well, it will be there, and it will cause you trouble.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. I don't think I would have survived that.
Yeah, it's like the goat, but a little bit more harder.
Yeah.
Because, well, it's a gorilla. So
he's a little tougher, yeah. And plus, he gets in your way. It seems like he's a much bigger obstacle, and he seems to wait for you.
Yeah. No, he actually is. Because besides the goat, it only goes like bouncing from wall to wall. And the gorilla does the same, but if he sees you, he will wait or go towards you to wait for you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of intelligent, more intelligent than the goat.
Right. Too cool.
Yeah. And another, well, I mean, it's not, how do I tell this? It's not like, oh, this make the game function, but it's like nicer. For example, that if the last character you played with is, for example, the white one, when you go to the menu, the highlight color of the option will be white.
Nice.
Also with every other color, so it gets in the memory. And if you like to play with the yellow character and it's like your character, well, you just play with it.
Yeah.
And the same happens with the biome you're playing. So if the last biome you play was the jungle, the menu looks also like the jungle. Right. And also the arcade mode, which is the multiplayer, will look like the jungle. But if you play with the taiga biome, it will look like the taiga, and the menu will look like the taiga, and all will look like kind of the same. Right. But I think it feels nicer because it adds like kind of like its own life. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives it a flair that you don't always see in all things. You put in little details like that, and it's nice to have them noticed. Definitely, and it's pretty cool. I like that. I think we had on our show the guy from Rebel Rabbit, and he made Duel on Board. And he worked maybe like a solid month or a month and a half, he said, just getting it so that the menu screen would slide seamlessly onto the in front, and it's like, it looks so nice and so smooth, but that took a month.
Yeah. It's kind of You must work if you get if you want to get things done the way they intend to do. For example, this the press space or enter to join, it took me a lot, and it doesn't seem quite difficult.
Right.
But the thing is that it detects the players that are not connected. But if they are, like for example, if I join with a keyboard, I press enter, and it tells me to press A for the controller, and space, which is the other keyboard that hasn't been connected, the other keyboard player.
Right.
And if I connect it with space, it only tells me to press A because it's the last one to play. And if I press it, it disappears. It's something like, well, it doesn't seem like much. It's just a sign with some letters on it, but it took a lot of work.
Yeah, for it to keep on saying both. That's interesting. Cool. All right. Was that all you wanted to show? Anything else you wanted to show in the game?
Well, maybe just let me do something.
Sure.
My brother is on my side, so I'll ask him if he could play with me like a little bit to show like how it's the multiplayer handle.
Yeah, get him on here.
So I'm the blue one, right?
Okay. All right.
And for example, this is what I told you about the items. You know, you get.
Yeah.
They also are unlocked, so you well, I obviously got them all, but you wouldn't. As well as the terrains, the hazards,
Right.
they are unlocked each time you play if you win the levels. So, for
Right.
example, you only configure your mountain as you want. You know, if I only want like stone, well, only stone, and I hit play, and I play on the mountain only with stone.
Right. And since you didn't select any of the,
I lose.
that didn't take much.
Yeah, he actually was the one that tests the levels, so I think he's quite better than me at playing the game. Yeah, it's
Nice.
not. But yeah, in that way you can configure. I think it's configured now, or it's like another better word for it. Customize, maybe, in a way that you, well, how you like it. No, for example,
you can add in a few different things. Add in some dynamite, throw at each other. You know, some ice.
And in that way, for example, the items, they appear in like crates. Okay, I lost. Also, that's an interesting thing. The camera follows the player who is on the top.
At the top,
so
yeah, the highest player up. Yeah.
Well, if you do not advance quite fast, the camera gets you behind and you lose.
Yeah.
For example, I got TNT, and so my player. Well, I don't know if you can appreciate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That was what I was told you about the.
Yeah.
Wow. No.
It seems like you both can start on like different levels too, different heights.
Yeah, because that depends on on the terrain generation.
Yeah.
But the first levels, at first, the first level of chunks are generated. There are like different kind of sets, you know, like there are like 15 different type of peaks and like 20 different type of the angle parts. Yeah, finally.
Right. Yeah. Your brother isn't going easy on you.
Yeah, and in that way, well, it's like more with more average. I was, you know, I want to throw some TNT, but I can't. All right. No. No. That's hard. Yeah, but it's quite fun, you know. It's like just to like small party game, just to laugh with the people that you're playing. Okay, now I'm like, you know, I was like, oh yeah, I made the game, but I'm not good at playing my own game.
That's okay. I know a lot of people that think that way. Oh, I just saw it. That's what happens with the TNT, huh?
Yeah, I was trying to throw at him, but well, it bounced with the wall, so
right.
It wasn't a smart choice to throw it exactly the time that I got.
Yeah.
Let me.
Oh. Nice. Close.
Let me. I will do only. Okay. Oh yeah. Let's try the jungle and TNT.
What's the game without TNT after all, right?
Yeah, I mean.
What was that thing? Was that more TNT? Okay, gotcha. That was like a stick.
The
of
TNT got between the bamboos.
Yeah, yeah.
That's because, well. Ah. Huh? Yeah. Like by a pixel or so. It was like very close. But yeah, no, I mean, no. Well, yeah, this is quite when you play the game, but you're not very good at it. So I need more practice, clearly.
That's all right. No, I know plenty of people that are developers that they aren't the best at their own games. It's fine. You know, you make games. You don't like professionally play them or anything.
Yeah. I mean, well, I think I've said it all.
Yep, absolutely.
Of the game, but it's interesting that you say that because, well, now that I make games, I kind of understand some stuff, like what you say, and well, I'm playing, and I was like, I know how to make this, but I'm bad at it.
It's just practice, right? Like learning a skill, you do it over and over and over again, and you get better at it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, you're practicing creating the games, which is probably better than whatever some people would be doing, which is just playing them, right? Spending money instead of making it.
Yeah. Both sides of like the same. Well, both sides of a game, because there are people that play and there are people that make them.
And you need people to bug test.
Yep,
so yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you even said that your brother played the levels for you and tested them out for you and everything. So yeah, that works. So tell me, is there this is the time to do it. If you have any shout outs or if you want to tell the people what's going on in your life.
Thanks. Well, only two. The two other people that helped me make the game, Andrew FW and Unreal Boy, who, well, I like what they did because they certainly enhanced the game in a better way. Because it was fun, because the code part of the game will need to be perfect for a game to be fun. If not, the bugs and stuff get in. But the music and the art obviously are a big part of the game too. And just to thank them for the good the good work that they made. And if the people who are watching this want to follow me, you can follow me at the Winged Blue, and you can find me in that way in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
I'll add some links. I'll add some links in the description.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same, because it's kind of interesting, because I was like, how will I call myself? I mean, you're Matthew, but your channel is Team Demon Gaming. So it's like a new name, a different name than your own personal name. And it was my gamer tag of Xbox.
Oh, nice.
Something similar, because it's Blue Shadow, but I also like how it sounded when I get like Winged, and then like in all my own social media, I was like the Winged Blue, but then I changed it so I can take the Winged Blue for my like professional stuff. But I already have it like claimed in a way, so it was like it fit perfect to me.
That's awesome. That's really cool. It's good. Nice. All right. Yeah, everybody, the game is out now on Steam, so you can check it out there. I have a link in the description. I'll also link to his Facebook and all that. Thank you all for stopping by. I'll be regularly trying to do these streams and, unite gamers and small developers so that together we can do big things. All right. Thanks, everybody online. Have a good night.
Good night.